All righty, it looks like we are live. I want to make sure we are live with you guys. And let's see here. Come on, computer. Are you working right? It seems like I'm locking up. Okay. Maybe I should have rebooted before I did this. My apologies, guys. Hey, guys, Bubba here with the BubbaNews, all in one word, all in one news. How are you guys doing tonight? I decided, you know what? It's time to do a live. And the last time I did a live stream was October 25 of 2024. And I'm leaving this up here down below just real quick at the beginning. I just want to make sure, can you guys hear me okay and everything? I know there's a delay before you guys can respond and excuse me, respond and whatnot. But excuse me, I have to get something to drink. My goodness. Good. Okay, that's not a good way to start it off. Anywho, there we go. Get this all cleared up. Yeah, as you guys know, when I did the premiere the other night, I've gotten some kind of cold or a bug flu virus thing, and I asked for your prayers, and it worked because after I did that premiere, you know, I was doing goodness gracious, guys, forgive me. This ain't a good way to start. But as you guys know, Satan's working overtime to keep the message from going forth. So I'm going to pop in a little cough drop here. Let's see here. Goodness gracious, my apologies. But yeah, after that night with the premiere, the next morning I woke up and the fever was broken. It was gone. So that's a true miracle. And, sorry for the same hack. Yeah, Janice, I see that. Yeah, there's a hack going on. And my apologies, guys. Yeah, I won't leave this up down below, but I was just trying to get some stuff together. And I was going to do a video just recording and then upload it because I had to pick up my kiddos from work and whatnot. But I said, you know what, let's just do a live stream. You guys are so much fun and you guys are so encouraging. And I just want to say thank you for your love, for your friendship, and for your prayers. You know, that's meant a lot to me. And as you guys can tell, I still have the probably the laryngitis going on. I sound like maybe Barry White or something. This is my Barry White impression, or maybe it's that early morning voice or something. I don't know. But guys, there's so much going on. And beaming me up. Great to see you. Yeah, there's so many of you good people in here. My favorite thing is just watching you guys just chatting away. Because as you guys know, forsake not the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but so much the more. Why? Because we see that day approaching, and we are seeing that day approaching, and it's getting so very close. You guys know it. I know it. And I know you guys can feel it like I feel it. And there's something different about this year. And it seems like ever since January, the inauguration, stuff is just sped up so fast. And look at everything that's going on today with Trump. And that's what this whole video is. I wanted to start off with, because this was the highlights of today, was the king of Jordan and Trump. You know, the king of Jordan, Abdullah, came to Washington, D.C. to meet with Trump. And we're going to get to some news here. But now, you know, the president of Egypt is now stating that he's not wanting to meet with Trump. And because of what Jordan and Trump were talking about. And then Gaza came out, yesterday and said no more hostages released. So Trump came out and basically said, Netanyahu, get rid of the ceasefire and basically unleash hell on them. And that's what's coming to fruition. Saturday at 12 noon, Israel time, which will be 5 a.m. Eastern time here in the States, 2 a.m. Pacific on early Saturday morning. If the hostages are not released, Israel's going to go to war. And they've been building up all kinds of craziness around Gaza, and they're getting ready to go in. And it's going to be sad to see what happens, because I'm with a lot of people. I don't know how many hostages are left alive, but, you know, if Hamas knows they're going to be taken down, they might take down the alive hostages left. And you guys probably saw, maybe you didn't, but the 3 gentlemen that were released this past weekend, they came out so skinny, so emaciated, however you say that word, just, they looked pathetic. And like Trump said, you know, it looked like they came out of the Holocaust. And keep in mind, they were fed more in the previous week, last week, before they were released, to try to put some weight on them, to make them look healthy. So this is getting bad. And the hostages that Hamas has released so far have been the healthiest ones yet. And we're starting to see the decline in the quality of the lives of those who are being released. So, yeah, those babies, I'm with you, Robin Johnson. The Bibas family. The father was released, 2 weekends ago? And his wife is still in captivity. The two babies are still in captivity. The youngest baby, Kiefer, K-F-I-R, Bibas, B-I-B-A-S, he was taken hostage 9 months old. He turned 1 year old in Hamas hostage captivity. And last month, he turned 2 years old in Hamas captivity. And his older brother is 5. So let's just get right to it. I kind of wanted to go over just some of the news today. And if you don't mind, we're just going to go there first. And then I'll give the shout outs if you don't mind towards the end. But you guys have just been a true blessing. Let me get rid of the banner down here so you guys don't have to look at that craziness anymore. But thank you so much again for those of you who have, and I'll throw it up one more time. For those of you who have donated via the Cash App, that's been a true blessing. I've been able to buy groceries for my family and whatnot. The PayPal has been a true blessing. The thing with Cash App, I'm not able to say thank you personally, and I can just give you like a heart or a thumbs up or like praise symbol with the hands up. But those who have texted me or donated via the PayPal and even the Venmo, I'm able to send back a message. Kind of like at least in my generation, we were taught, to send out thank you notes. So that's kind of my version to that. And for those of you who have given to the Give, Send, Go, thank you again. That's starting to add up, and like $100, $150, something like that. So it's just been a true blessing just to be able to do this. But let's get rid of this. Let's get over to the news over here. And this is the first thing that wait a minute. Let me get back over here before I pop into there, because I forgot I have to do the shift 7. Here we go. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, this came out earlier today. And I said this week will be very interesting because Benjamin Netanyahu had a 4-hour discussion with his political security cabinet. And he also welcomed President Trump's demand for the release of all of their hostages. Well, maybe not all of them, but their hostages by Saturday noon, 12 noon. And he has ordered the IDF to amass forces inside and around the Gaza Strip. So there's the security border all the way around Gaza internally. They had the Netzarim corridor in the middle, separated from North and South Gaza. But in the past week, they've pulled back and allowed the people to go north into northern Gaza. And of course, the people are returning to rubble. So they're having to pitch tents and whatnot. But Netanyahu goes on to say, this operation will be carried out at this time. It will be completed in the very near future. If Hamas does not return our hostages by Saturday noon, the ceasefire will end and the IDF will return to intense fighting until Hamas is finally defeated. So it looks like they're getting ready to start ramping up again. And I posted in the past couple of days some stuff about Gaza and what's going to happen to them. We read especially in Zephaniah 2, verses 4-7, how God's going to pour out destruction on Gaza. And once we get into the Amos 1, around verses 5, 6, 7 in there, it talks about how that they're going to be, the people from Gaza are going to be pushed out, deported. It sounds like they're going to be relocated. And they're going to be moved to Edom, into southern Jordan, which is what King Abdullah today and Trump were discussing, of all things. So I urge you guys, when we're done with this, check out Amos 1:6 area. It's fascinating because a lot of these scriptures are starting to come together. Even Ezekiel 25, verses 15 through 17, and a couple other places. But it's getting crazy town. But the whole thing about tonight was the king of Jordan and Trump. And I'm going to show a video here in a second. Jordanian King Abdullah, he knows that Trump is still going to bring about the two-state solution. And some of these videos, I want you guys to pay attention to and just perk up your ears, because keep in mind, this is all part of Trump's peace to prosperity plan that will divide Jerusalem, go back to the lines of 1967, which will eventually give the Temple Mount to the new state of Palestine. It will be out of Israel's control. But Mohammed bin Salman, he's a big part of this. And Trump's going to get the glory for doing this. But this has been Mohammed bin Salman and Trump and Jared Kushner and even Netanyahu. I'm not going to say that he secretly signed on, but he has. And it's just being kept under the rug right now. And the other reason why Trump is telling Netanyahu, and Netanyahu's going with it, to have it that if the hostages aren't released by 12 noon, Israel's going to restart war on Hamas. And Trump knows this. Mohammed bin Salman knows this. Jared Kushner knows this. Other Middle Eastern investors who want to rebuild Gaza know this, because they know that the more buildings that are destroyed, the easier it will be for them to build back better. It will be easier for them to rebuild. So the Peace to Prosperity Plan was Trump's deal back in 2020. So let's just go to the next one, because here comes King Abdullah today. Let's do this.
Mr. President, I truly believe that with all the challenges that we have in the Middle East, that I finally see somebody that can take us across the finish line to bring stability, peace, and prosperity to all of us in the region. And it is, I think, our collective responsibility in the Middle East to continue to work with you, to support you, to achieve those lofty goals. So I'm very delighted to be here. And as you said, sir, we've got some very interesting discussions ahead.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
Mr.
So I'm going to go over what he just said. Mr. President, I truly believe with all the challenges that we have in the Middle East that I finally see somebody, Trump, that can take us across the finish line to the two-state solution down the road to bring stability, peace, and prosperity. Trump's plan for dividing Israel in the two-state solution was called the Peace to Prosperity Plan in 2020. To all of us in the region, the coming dividing of Jerusalem and the two-state solution with a new state of Palestine. Trump knows this. Egypt knows this. Jordan knows this. Saudi Arabia knows this. The European Union knows this. I said, make no mistake, it is still coming. When asked about Jordan taking in Palestinians from Gaza, King Abdullah said to wait until Egypt brings to the table what they want to bring to the table before Jordan commits to taking any people in from Gaza. And King Abdullah said that he will be meeting soon with Egypt and Saudi Arabia to discuss all of this. Let's go to the next one, because once El-Sisi, the president of Egypt, heard this, here's what he said. El-Sisi's planned visit to Washington is postponed until further notice. Egypt responds to Trump saying it will not allocate any of its plots of Egyptian land for any residents of Gaza. The sources say that Cairo closed the door on a proposal to allocate land for any Gazans, and that Egypt is angry at Israel and the U.S. statements and sent a clear message to Washington. And I put this up on Telegram last night, and I think I might have put it up on the YouTube community tab page. I can't remember. There's so much going on. But now Cairo is hosting an emergency Arab summit on February 27th, basically in 2 weeks, to address what has been described as the serious developments concerning the Palestinian cause. Now, this will be followed by another foreign ministerial level emergency meeting of the OIC. The OIC is the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation, including Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Iran, and Jordan. Now, the OIC is the world's second largest intergovernmental body after the United Nations, with 57 members across 4 continents. It serves as a collective voice of the Muslim world. Next story. This follows up because the Houthi leader now threatens to resume attacks on Israel with ballistic missiles if the Gaza ceasefire collapses on Saturday. So I have a feeling our little red alert apps are going to start going off possibly this weekend. But keep in mind, if this thing fails this Saturday coming up, the Hezbollah ceasefire ends next week on Tuesday, the 18th. So Hezbollah, once they see, because Hamas is already warning that they are going to start sending rockets if this ceasefire fails, you now have the Houthis that say that, oh, we're going to start sending rockets again if this ceasefire fails, and Israel, if you start going after Hamas. Who's to say that Hezbollah won't join in the fight early? Yeah, Hamas is continuing to gaslight the entire world. Hamas has reiterated its rejection to Trump's statements over displacing any Gazans, saying in a statement that it remains committed to the ceasefire agreement. Yeah, right. Like Hamas is still committed to the ceasefire agreement? I don't think so. Hamas accuses Israel, gaslighting 101, of responsibility in any complications and delays in the agreement. Okay, Hamas is accusing Israel for in any complications and delays in the agreement. Meanwhile, it was Hamas yesterday that said, nope, we're going to stop giving you Israel back any hostages. This is gaslighting 101. Yeah, Hamas yesterday paused all hostage releases until further notice. What could possibly go wrong? Amid the prospect of resuming fighting in Gaza, Hamas intelligence has earned its political and military leaders to stop using their cell phones. Imagine that. Which many Hamas operatives have returned to using ever since this ceasefire came into effect. Now, make no mistake, Israel's been tracking all this because Israel's just brainiacs on this. And right on cue, the Houthis have stated that they will resume ballistic missile attacks on Israel if the ceasefire fails and Israel resumes its attacks on Hamas. Maybe it's time that Yemen finds out once again what hell to pay for that Trump is talking about actually means. Now, here's Trump. This next quote or this next video piece is from Trump and it was about a 15-minute. I watched it on, I have it up there on the TV now. It's Fox Now or something. It's their 24/7 YouTube. That's not Fox News per se, but it's Live Now by Fox or something. Anyway, so this is regarding the hostages being held by Hamas. Trump says they either have them out released by Saturday at 12 noon or all bets are off. Tick tock is what I said.
Either have them out by Saturday at 12 o'clock or all bets are off.
All
Either have them
bets
out
are off.
by Saturday at 12 o'clock or all bets are off.
And he really does look like the orange man in that picture. Anyway, the next one is the head of the Arab League today called on Hamas to step down from power. Now, Hamas is going to start getting more and more Arab pressure, which I find very, very interesting. Because these people that have supported Hamas for the past 15 months and haven't said anything or stepped up to the plate, they're now starting to come forward. The head of the Arab League today called on Hamas to step down from power and said that contacts with Hamas should never be made ever again. Okay, this should have occurred on October 7th, but it wasn't. This kind of pressure was needed for the last 15 months. Here it is. Not only from the Arab states, but also from the fools in the United States and around the world who marched in the streets, adoring and enabling this evil demonic regime. Hamas has violated every agreement at every turn so far. But let's take a step back. Every single individual held by Hamas is a violation of international law. The fact that Israel has had to negotiate and concede anything to get its people back is truly insane. All the hostages should be released now. So today, Marco Rubio came out and said this: Hamas is evil. It's pure evil. There's not going to be peace in the Middle East as long as a group like Hamas physically controls territory and is the most dominant power in Gaza or anywhere in the Middle East. Meanwhile, Israel's foreign minister Gideon Saar said this to the European Union ambassadors: if Hamas does not release the hostages, we will return to military operations and fighting. He also said we are also prepared for the possibility that Hamas may launch an attack against Israel. So Israel is preparing for major war. And here's where I gave my input. There's two possibilities that lay at the door right ahead. One is that Israel gets back the remaining hostages alive. I don't see Hamas doing this. I see Hamas going all the way and not giving back any more hostages. Because when Hamas came out yesterday and said they are pausing any more hostage releases until further notice, they're doing this under the direction of Iran. Or two, Israel gets back 0 hostages, as they may be taken out by Hamas, sadly. If Hamas knows that they will be destroyed, they just might take down the hostages with them. That's going to really stink. Really, really stink. But major pressure is being put on Hamas operatives by the moderate Arab states. But on the other hand, Iran wants Hamas to become martyrs for their Shiite cause. Will there be a phase 2 of the Israeli withdrawal from Gaza? Because remember, we're coming close to the end of the first phase, phase 1 of 6 weeks. They've begun negotiations last week and this week for phase 2. But yesterday, Hamas threw in the big segue saying no more hostages are going to be released. So this kind of put a stifle to anything moving forward. But keep in mind, there's 3 phases originally: 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. The second 6-week period is supposed to end on the weekend of Passover, of all things, April 12 and 13. But it looks like that's not going to happen if Israel goes to war with Gaza and Hamas and they stop giving back any hostages. So those are the things I have. There's 2 more I wanted to pop up here, 2 more video clips. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. And I did the wrong one. Let's go to, oh, I didn't mean to pop you up. Excuse me. Sorry about this, guys. I've got sticky fingers apparently from my cough drop. So let's go over here. All right. Let's All right, let's try it again. Oh my, oh my, oh my. For those of you who stuck around, hopefully you're still here. My goodness. Okay, why am I getting this? All right. All right. Am I back? Do you guys see me? Am I here? Am I here? I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my word. Sorry, guys. I'm not good at this. I'm getting smoother at this. My goodness. You guys are crazy town. David Carlock, thank you so much. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are nuts. They want my daughter. Who else? Jackie Fox. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Jackie. Oh my goodness. All right, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I just get too excited. You guys can't take me anywhere. But you guys probably know that by now. All right, let's get over here. There's two more video clips. I won't keep you guys because you guys have gone through some PTSD with me tonight. It sounds like because I did this. So my forgive me here. Let's get over here. Okay, I'm down here. Let's do over here. Here's what happens with when
The U.S. How is the U.S. going to own Gaza? Your White House has made clear taxpayer dollars won't be used for this. So what money are you going to use to buy Gaza?
We're not going to buy anything. We're going to have it, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be peace, and there's not going to be any problem, and nobody's going to question it.
The U.S. How is the U.S. going to own Gaza? Your White House
is the U.S. going to own Gaza?
Taxpayer dollars won't be used for this. So what money are you going to use to buy Gaza?
We're not going to buy anything. We're going to have it, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to make sure that there's going to be peace, and there's not going to be any problem, and nobody's going to question it.
Nobody's going to question it. How crazy is that? And the last video I wanted to showcase was, listen to the wording here. And I'm just going to go to shift one. Well, let's go over here. I'm going to do a shift one real quick because listen to the wording when he talks about, is Israel going to annex the West Bank? He talks about how the West Bank is going to work out very well. Now, people are always wondering who the Antichrist is. Number one, I don't believe that we will know for certainty while we're still here on this earth. Why? Because when we read in Revelation 5, the Antichrist is part of seal 1 of Revelation 6, verses 1 and 2. But we read in Revelation 5 that, number one, we have to be there to be witnesses to the greatest title deed transfer in history, because this title deed, the 7 sealed scroll, is written on the front and on the back. But this title deed transfer that God the Father gives to Jesus is a 7 sealed scroll where he takes back ownership of the earth from Satan that was lost when Adam and Eve sinned. But sealed up in that 7 sealed scroll is the Antichrist. That being said, my current pick currently is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. I'm not saying he's the one, but that's my current pick. Because the Antichrist still may come out of the woodwork, someone who no one's even looking at yet. I know people are looking at Trump as being the Antichrist and Elon Musk as being the false prophet. It's possible. I don't believe so. According to scripture, even. Because we're told that he comes out of the revived Roman Empire. And when we look at the old Roman Empire maps, the Roman Empire extended all the way down into Saudi Arabia, especially that entire area down towards the Red Sea where Neom, the new city of 2030, is being created and built. And the 110-mile line, that line that's being built all the way across, where it's 600 and I forget what it is. It's 1,000 and something feet tall, 660 some feet wide, and it's 110 miles. And it starts from basically the Red Sea and goes 110 miles into Saudi Arabia, where 9 million people are going to live. And there's going to be a train at the bottom that's going to take you from one end to the other in 20 minutes. It's going to go 330 miles an hour. But that being said, he could be the Antichrist to come, because remember, the Jews aren't looking for a Messiah like we are. They're looking for their Messiah to be someone who will bring them peace, someone who will allow them to build the third temple, someone who will be a leader who will help take over. And Netanyahu has stated that after this whole thing with Hamas is over, and once he deals with the Arab enemies that surround Israel currently, Sabib is the Hebrew wording, those round about, Israel will then live securely, which will then tie in Ezekiel 28 verses 24 to 26 in specifics. And the word securely is used twice in verse 26 of Ezekiel 28. And it's the exact same word securely that we find in the Gog of Magog war of Ezekiel 38 verses 8, 11, and 14. And it says specifically twice in that verse 26, 10 chapters before, in Ezekiel 28, verse 26, that Israel is going to take care of those roundabout, Sabib, those neighboring Arab enemies. So if the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman isn't the Antichrist to come, he might be like the forerunner to Jesus, just like John the Baptist was to Jesus. Or Crown Prince won't be the forerunner to Jesus, of course, but he could be the forerunner to the Antichrist, just like John the Baptist was to Jesus. Now I've got the throat lozenge stuck in the side of my gum. That's no fun. But anyway, the Crown Prince wants to have the Temple Mount. He wants to have custodianship, and he wants to take it from Jordan. And that's why him and King Abdullah have been talking about this recently. And they're planning this out because the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman, he wants custodianship of the Temple Mount because he already has ownership and custodianship of Mecca and Medina, and he wants the Temple Mount next. And he wants to take from Abu Dhabi, the Abrahamic family house, where they have the Jewish house, they have the Christian house, and they have the Islamic house, the three houses that live in harmony and peaceful unity. He wants to bring that idea to the Temple Mount, to allow Islam to have its worship place, to allow the Christians to have their worship place. But he's also going to, and I believe he's going to be the one towards the end of this year, either in June, probably in September. The icing on the cake will be that he will say, as I take custodianship of the Temple Mount, I will allow you Jews to build your third temple. And he will be accepted by the Jews because Mohammed bin Salman is Jewish by birth, but he's Islamic by faith. So this way, the Islamic side will accept him and the Jews will accept him if he's the true Antichrist. It just seems like everything's starting to come to fruition and all these puzzle pieces. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting excited because one, I know Jesus is coming back so very soon. And I truly believe with all my heart, prove me wrong, that it's going to be in 2025. Just because when you look at even the world side and see what they have planned and their timelines and their time frame, we can't be here that much longer just because it's getting crazy town. But literally every week now, if not every day, there's a new piece to the puzzle of Bible prophecy that's starting to come together and make sense. And someone texted me earlier, the Daniel 12:4, and it's mentioned both in Daniel 12:4 and in Daniel 12:9, where God tells Daniel to seal up these prophecies that he's given him because it's not for him to know, but those in the end will know. And as we're getting closer to the end, the prophecies that were sealed are now being revealed. So I'm getting excited, guys. I see that there's still 200 of you that survived the PTSD of me going dark for, I don't know if it was 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It felt like 82 minutes. I mean, it was a long time. Joy in the Morn points it out. The AI is pointing to the end, like Babel. And Laura K, I agree. It's cray. I'm with you. Oh, Tabitha Veers. No, thank you so much, Tabitha. My goodness. Maybe I'll just give the shout outs now because you guys have been with me now for 39 minutes or something. And I apologize for my technical snafus. And I apologize for those of you who are just now coming in for my laryngitis and the voice. But for those who have been praying for me, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, share Saved by Grace. There's lots of Bubba heads in here. Yeah, Oh, Melissa Resnick, my goodness, sweetheart. Super sticker. I forgot about those. Those are kind of fun. Craig DeHunter, great to see you. Yeah, man, some of the information coming out is just crazy town, man. And even just trying to learn about everything, because you guys know as well as I do, Bible prophecy is hard enough to understand. And once you start looking at Israel versus the Arabs and realizing that it's an eternal enmity, there's been this eternal enmity between Esau and what is it, Jacob, and the whole thing there. So, I mean, it's just, this has been going on for years. But beaming me up, Nomad of Yahweh, Rodney Fowler, Callie H. Callie, it's great to see you. It's great to see you. She's my Texan partner out West Coast. Oh, love you too, Craig Dutter. It's great to see you. VT, great to see you. You know what? I think he could be one of the 10 kings. Yeah. Lisa Anderson, Janie Lochner. No, you're such a blessing. You guys are such a blessing to me just because you guys are I feel like everyone in here is my friend, because if you spend any time just listening to me babble about this stuff, you guys are an encouragement to me and a blessing. Jackie Fox, no, thank you so much. Blessing to many. You know what? I'm just a hillbilly from Indiana, but I mean, I've been studying this stuff since I was telling somebody else the other day, I've been studying this for over 40 years, probably since 83, 84. And I didn't get saved until 1986. I thought I got saved in 75, 76 when I prayed the prayer, but you know, it was just a head knowledge. It wasn't the heart knowledge. You know, I didn't have the Ezekiel 36:26 experience where I'll remove that heart of stone out of you and give you a soft heart of flesh, and created me a clean heart, oh God, and renew a right spirit within me. You know, and just that whole new, the fruits of the spirit. I didn't have that. And you guys are such a blessing to me. P. Corns, join the morn. Teacup Pug, she's another fun new texting buddy of mine. Shulamite, great to, yeah, there's some hills here in Indiana. I think our highest hill is, I don't know, like 1,000 feet down in Brown County, Indiana, Nashville, Indiana. And Dela Carlock, again, thank you so much, brother, man. Daryl Calhoun, oh, Madison, Indiana has hills, yeah. Jonathan Pennington, I love Jesus reigns forever. All you guys, I feel like you're my friends, and I can't wait to hug you, shake your hands. You know, if there's a coffee bar in heaven, get you a coffee, something, anything. I mean, I can't even wait. Huh? Question mark. Great to see you. Jason Noah, great to see you. VS Philly. Oh, yeah. Betty R, so good to see you. Oh, there's Elaine. That's my wife. That's Mrs. Bubba. Say hi to Elaine. She said she loves to all the Bubba family. Pamela, so good to see you. Sweet Tea and Prophecy, dude. We still need to connect pretty soon. Man, saved by grace, Eric. Great to see you. Jules, Patrice Blair. You graduated high school in 86. I graduated in 89. Owen Miller, man, I'm still praying for you, buddy. I know you've got your doctor's thing coming up on Thursday. My cup overflows, yeah. Heather Margaret, great to see you. Beverly Clark, Walks with a Lion. Yeah, down in the description box below, you'll find my direct text number. Text me anytime. I usually check that. I'm better at checking that than I am email and stuff. But 317-300-HOST. And I was going to have a call-in show. That's why I got the host number. That might be still kind of fun one of these days, have a call-in show and just discuss things, have people ask questions. Because you guys, I mean, it's hard enough, like I said, to understand Bible prophecy and to try to put the puzzle pieces together. And if anything, I want to use whatever talent I have or understanding to maybe help you guys understand it. Maybe, I don't know. It's just it's always been a passion of mine. I just love eschatology and the way that God is using Israel for his glory. And I see a bunch of 1988, 87s now, people that graduated. So, yeah, we grew up in the 70s and 80s, a lot of us. So, yeah, Jackie, Elaine's taking great care of Bubba. Yeah. Oh, tomorrow's your anniversary. Oh, no way. VS Philly. That's awesome. Aussie for Christ. Great to see you. I know you guys, it's early morning for you there. So Aussie for Christ graduated in 1990. Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys. It's now been going almost 45 minutes. So I'll keep this short. Thank you again for staying around with me and going through that technical issues. I've learned to reboot the little Chromebook beforehand. And what I've done now is I've gotten I've used this little HD 1080p Logitech camera that I plugged into the Chromebook for maybe a little better picture quality. I'd like to be able to do it more in higher def or whatnot, but it uses so much bandwidth. So I'm okay with just using what I have right now and for the talents that, or for whatever I've been given. But, again, David Carlock, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. All of you people. And somehow I just hit the wrong button. So anyway, do you guys have any questions for me? Anything before we get out of here? I don't want to keep you guys all night. I know it's a Tuesday night, but guys, we are literally what? We're now 42 days into 2025. Is it just me, or does it feel like 2024 has just been extended longer? And these 42 days of this year, and even since Trump came in, feels like it's been already a couple long months, but my goodness, it just got started. My goodness. Barbie Little, so good to see you. Linda Hayes, I saw you pop in. Wendy Artworks, all you guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. You want to do a Bible study on Revelation? I mean, that'd be fun. Oh, I missed a comment. Hold on. Let me get out of this because somehow I locked up my YouTube. Let me go over here again. Sorry about that. Melissa, somebody had a question. Yeah. Time speeding up for sure. Real truth. You're 30 years young. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I know. Do you favor any Jewish holidays for a rapture time? VT asks. You know what? If anything, every day going forward, I mean, I know we're closer today than we were yesterday. Anytime between Passover and Shavuot is my time frame. I'm personally kind of I'll just say this: if we make it past the second weekend of June, I'll be surprised. But that's just personally. That's just my personal conjecture and my personal studies. Because Enoch was the first one taken up in the rapture, and the Jews say that he was born on Shavuot, and Shavuot to the Hebrews is also the day of Pentecost for us Gentiles. So Shavuot Pentecost is the same exact date, and Enoch was taken up on that day. He was born on that day, but he was also taken up on that day. 365 years later, is it possible that the church is also removed on that date? I mean, a lot of people are looking towards the fall feast. Some people are looking at the spring feast. I get that. I'm all good with that. I'm good with us leaving yesterday, but I'm personally looking at Shavuot time frame. So that's just mean. Yeah, I'm not going to press any more buttons. Yes, Philly, not at all. Ricky Jackson, so good to see you. Oh, man. Hey, Martin, hey, Art, how to see you, buddy. It's great to see you. It is hard to keep up, J.D. Lochner. It really is. Do you think Trump could be one of the four horns from Daniel? Melissa Resnick asks. I'd have to dig into that study again. I don't think so. Just because I believe those four horns, weren't they the four empires? You had your Babylonian Empire, then you had your Medo-Persian Empire, then you had your Greek Empire, then you had your Roman Empire. And this is why, the revived Roman Empire but I'll have to dig into that. That's a great question. That's a great question. Sherry Charles, I'm with you. Every day's a perfect day for a rapture. March Blood Moon, Purim. Oh, very interesting. I love Jesus. Reigns forever. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, Shulamite. Yeah, because the first trumpet came there on Mount Sinai. And I find that interesting, too. The first trumpet there with Mount Sinai, with the thunder sound and the frequency, and everyone was afraid and they fell down. And, the last trump is when we go up. And, it's crazy town. You'll be 23, a little imagination. Very cool in the summer. Yeah. Love the fall feast, family camping. Yeah. Ben, never mind. Yeah. With the lower humidity and whatnot. That's a great time. Asset Ministries. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah. Some of you guys know Pastor Gary McKibben there. And you guys have to, because I've never talked with him yet. And I forget, is he Ireland? I believe he's Ireland. But anyway, he texted me on Discord yesterday, and I checked it today because I'm bad at checking Discord. Even Aaron from God a Minute reaches out to me. And Asset Ministries, Jason Nowick and others have, Sir Pierce the Veil, Mr. Pocket Full of Steel. A couple of them have hit me up on the Discord. I'm just so bad at checking Discord because I'm always on the Twitter. I'm always on the Telegram. Then I'm putting stuff up on the YouTube community tab page. But Yeah, I guess Pastor. Yeah, where is he? Okay, he's Ireland. Okay, cool. I'm with you. Soon we fly Butterfly 33. Yeah, but I texted Pastor Gary and said, yeah, because he asked if I'd be free on Wednesday, tomorrow, at 2 p.m. Eastern or next Wednesday. And I told him, well, I have my follow-up meeting from my January 4 through the 9 in the hospital follow-up meeting. They're doing a phone thing tomorrow. They've already canceled it twice on me, my follow-up meeting. And this is a separate meeting, I guess. But yeah, I'm terrible with Discord too, Jonathan Pennington. Truth be told. But yeah, I'm supposed to do that telephone follow-up meeting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And he wants to do a live stream at 2 p.m. So I told him I'll be free at least for 75 minutes from at least 2 p.m. till 3:15 p.m. So that'll be a lot of fun. And I texted him a little bit ago. I know he's in bed, but just getting caught up with everyone and, finding those with like-mindedness and trying to search the scriptures daily, like the Bereans, and just trying to learn and find stuff out. But he's a cool cat, it seems like. And he's interviewed some cool guys, maybe Tom Hughes, but I know Billy Crone with his crazy jackets. So I thought that was fun. Who else is he? He's done some other people too, but yeah, Pastor Gary Wejo. Oh, thank you, beaming me up. Yeah, there's the link. And I did. That's the other reason why I was about 2 or 3 minutes late to tonight's live stream, is because I was trying to find the link that Gary put up, because he told me that he was, and I was reading this going to pick up my kid from work. So I put the link in the description box below. But thank you, beaming me up for putting that in there. You're facing neck surgery on your neck. Pray for you. Sean Marie. Oh my goodness. When's your surgery? Yeah. Let's pray for that. Yeah. When's your surgery coming up? Man, there's so many attacks coming up lately. There's the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, the financial. These attacks are just crazy town. Melissa Resnick, you nailed it right there. That's another one. Yeah, I need to look into that too, because there is talk about they're talking about doing the red heifer Passover, where they do the sacrifice for the burning of the ashes, because the Jews need the ashes so that once they get permission to approach the Temple Mount, because they want to use the ashes to purify the Temple Mount from over 2,000 years of bloodshed on the Temple Mount, and they have to do the red heifer's ashes to purify the Temple Mount before they can even build their third temple. So that's a must-have before they can build their third temple. So that is like a requirement. Teacup Pug, Satan is very, very busy right now. And you guys know, as I do, the veil is lifting. It's getting darker by the day. Even some of these ads on what's his name? Kendrick Lamar, the dude in the Super Bowl thing, such a mockery of Jesus. Unreal. Martin, Art. Oh man. Hey, Martin, he's a good guy. He's down there in Texas, Art, and him and I have become texting buddies. And I need to reach out to you again, brother, man. He's down there in Tejas, outside of Houston area, and he's just been a real encouragement to me. He knows what I went through January 4 through 9, and not even a week being out of the hospital, he asked me what kind of cookies I wanted, and he ended up having delivered to me. I don't know if you guys have heard of crumble cookies, CRUMBL, but they're really good, like gourmet. And he had them delivered to me. And I pick up gourmet or the crumble cookies when I do the DoorDash sometimes down south of where I live in Greenwood, Indiana, and they're really good. So, oh yes, Bema Seed Academy. Yes, thank you, Jackie. Guys, check her out, and please post if you can, if you want to, Bema Me Up. She has a new channel that she's working on, Bema Me Up, kind of like Bema. Well, I guess it's not Beam Me Up, Scotty, but instead of BEAM, it's BEMA, Bema Me Up. And she just needs, I think, a few more subs so she can do live streams on that. So that would be a blessing for her. Yeah, Joe, the cookies are medicinal, no doubt. Yes, David. And I love your name because, yeah, my name's David too, and our names mean beloved one. So that's there's Beaming Me Up. Yeah, if you guys can help her out, check out her channel. I subscribed the other day. Lisa Anderson, you guys have made this just a phenomenal time, and thank you for listening to me. Tabitha Beers has had the
crumble cookies, guys. They are really, really good. They're addictive. You could literally have about one and that's it, because you're like, okay, sugar overload. I need to check my insulin levels, kind of a thing. Jackie Fox, thank you for checking out. Well, I know it's a pun on Beam Me Up. Beam Me Up. I love it. And what is it? Yeah, Sean Marie, we are going to pray for you with your neck surgery. And I missed it, but when is it? Let me know. Yeah, when your surgery. Hopefully we can be praying for you. And let me know if you can put it in the chat. And I'll put it into my contact list so we can. Oh, thank you, Randall Hill. Great to see you, buddy, man. Chachi is my dog. Great to see you. Oh, look at all you people that are subscribing to Beam Me Up. Awesome. Yeah, she might be able to get up to her number so she can do her live stream. So that'd be great. Great. Daryl Calhoun, great to see you, man. Another guy from the Hoosiers. The more you allow the rule of Jesus in your life, the more he directs your plans, decisions, conversations, and thoughts. The wiser you'll become instead of being taken over by fear. Oh, check out Beam Me Up. Look at that. Thank you. We can now go live and chat. Outstanding. Hiker lady, it's great to see you. Oh, thank you so much for being here, huh? Question mark. Serious. You guys, Sean Marie. No, I appreciate you. Yvonne Kennedy, you guys are all just amazing to me. A lot of you are here in the Midwest. Others of you are down in Texas. Others of you are on the West Coast. Others of you, Michigan. My buddies, Minnesota. I have Canadian friends that pop in. I've got some UK people. We had Aussie for Christ in here from Australia. This has just been a blessing to me, just watching you guys come and just be friends with me. Ricky Jackson, another good guy. Walks of the Lion. All these cool, good people. So, yeah, I think my voice is starting to go. We got Daryl that moved from, Indiana down to Southeast Tennessee. And all righty. So Jonathan Pennington used to be a Hoosier, but as of last month, he's been in Texas. I got you. Well, people moving from Texas to Georgia. We got Virginia, Randall Hills, and Detroit. I used to live in Romulus, Michigan, just out of Detroit when I was a flight attendant for Northwest Airlines back in the day. And Teacup Pug, I think it is. She reached out to me yesterday, and she's like, she thinks that she had me on one of her Detroit to Las Vegas flights or something of all things. So that was a riot. Dawn River, still great to see you. Okay, Show Marie's in Virginia. We got North Carolina here. Brenda Ortiz. Owen Miller, you're Missouri. Okay, right on. I thought you were closer to the West Coast. Right on. Wendy Artworks, you're in Ontario. Very nice. Very nice. Isn't that where Aaron from Got a Minute lives? Yeah, Ontario area. Okay, Jay Moody, Arizona. Nice. Yeah, you got Ricky Jackson, Northern Illinois. You got the Nut House out there on the West Coast. I Love Jesus Reigns Forever. Very cool. You're a Missouri girl. Okay. Very. No, it's all good. VT, you live here locally. Nice. I'm down North Texas, Larry Schultz. VT, I'm down Southport 37 area on the southwest side of town. And now it's, now they're calling it I-69 to connect it all the way up and whatnot. Delita, I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much. Oh, Asset Ministries down there in Las Vegas. Seriously. Lafayette, Indiana, Beverly Clark. Nice. I'm a Purdue guy. So yeah, I went up there for 3 years, and I wish I would have finished because I had basically a year to go, but I started working on the ramp as a ramp agent, driving the trucks around the little tugs and the baggage carts and stuff for Northwest Airlines part-time. And then I wanted to get out of Indiana and travel. And I did. I dropped out of college and became a flight attendant. That was a riot. But you know what? 9/11 changed it all. And then I left out in 2006. But it was a lot of fun. I still have dreams of Tokyo and stuff. So Syracuse area. Soon we fly butterfly. Teacup Pug, Las Vegas. Yeah. All right, guys. We've been going an hour. You're Massachusetts and Maine in the summer. I do remember that, Laura K. Earthquake country someday, Oregon, Portland, Cali age. You guys have been a lot of fun. Okay, is there any questions, anything else? Otherwise, we'll just get going because we're almost to the 10 o'clock EST, 9 p.m. CST. Well, we got 8 p.m. MST, and we got the 7 p.m. PST. So, And for anybody in the UK, you're looking at what, 3 a.m. upcoming. And if anyone's watching from Israel, you know what? There was somebody in here the other day and the premiere the other night. She lived in Israel, and I thought, no way. She lives in Jerusalem of all things. So that was a true blessing. I need to reach out to her or talk to her more. No, thank you so much, being me up for being here. Barbie Little, Teacup Pug. Oh man, Melissa Resnick. I know. Heather Margaret. Okay, you'd love a study of Revelation. You know what? And if anything, I'll just give you. And man, I got so many screenshots, but I'd love just to be the Cliff Notes guy, because the Book of Revelation is divided into 7 sections. You've got chapter 1, and even verse 1 is the apocalypsis. It's the unveiling, the revealing of Jesus Christ. The entire book, from verse 1:1 all the way to the last verse of chapter 22, is all about Jesus. Chapter 1 is all about Jesus. Chapters 2 and 3 are about the church, where we're still living in the church age. And it's interesting because in each section of the 7 churches, in the last verse of each 7 sections, or the second to last verse of each of the 7 sections of the 7 churches, you will find a quotation that is found in chapter 1. It's really, really neat. Then we have chapter 4, verse 1, come up here. First of all, it says, after these things, which is a timestamp, meta tauta, after these things, come up here, and I will show you the things which must take place after this, meta tauta, another timestamp. After what? After you come up here. So you have chapters 1, you have chapters 2 and 3. The next section, you have chapters 4 and 5, where it tells us where we are, what we're doing. We're in worship. The great land transfer, title deed transfer, the 7 sealed scroll given to Jesus, the 4 living creatures, the sea of glass, everything beautiful. Then we have the next section, chapters 6 through 18, talking about the 21 judgments, the 7 seals, the 7 trumpets, and the 7 bowls. Then we have chapters 19. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then we have chapters 19, where it talks about, again, what we're doing in the first 10 chapters, what we're wearing, and what we're going to be doing coming back with Jesus when we come back with Jesus on white horses in chapters 19, verse 14. Then to chapter 20 is section number 6, where it talks about the 1,000-year millennial reign of Christ. And it ends with the great white throne judgment after the 1,000 years. And the 1,000 years, the millennium is actually talked more about in the Bible than salvation throughout the Old Testament and everything. And the thing I love about the book of Revelation is it's the circuit board that holds the whole thing together, because it finalizes in one big, great finale. But John thinks, and he rightly so, that the things that he says in the book of Revelation that he's given by Jesus to write down is because we've already read the previous 65 books. And you cannot understand the book of Revelation until you read the previous 65 books, because all the clues in the book of Revelation are found elsewhere. You know what I mean? There's no new revelation given in the book of Revelation. Everything in the book of Revelation is mentioned somewhere else in the Bible. It's phenomenal. But the 1,000 years is mentioned 6 times. And I find that really neat, because it's talking about the 7th 1,000-year period of time, the millennial reign with Jesus Christ here on earth. But it's mentioned 6 times, indicating the 6,000 years since creation, which is really cool. And then the last 7th section is the eternal order, going into chapters 21 and 22. But that would be a great, great study. It is a great study. It's a fun study. But I personally recommend digging into Chuck Missler. He does a great study on the book of Revelation. Hal Lindsey does some good stuff. John Barnett, he's another phenomenal one I love listening to, because I've learned so much just listening from these guys and studying to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needs not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, going through the scriptures. And even when it talks about in Daniel, what is that? Daniel 12, where knowledge will increase, because knowledge is increasing, because men are going to and fro, but they're also going to and fro through the scriptures. Because as we get closer to the end, more and more of the Bible is making sense, because it's all becoming apparent. And I truly believe the Holy Spirit's opening our eyes and our minds in these final days to be like, whoa, it's so cool. Luke Donelli, great to see you, brother, man. Pamela Swan, great to see you. I'll give the final shout outs and then we'll get out of here. I'll pray for Cheryl Marie before we end up, and then we'll just get going. Actually, let's pray for her now, and then I'll just get right to it. Lord, we know that there's so many hurts, habits, hangups, and even just physical attacks and surgeries that are coming up. I pray for Owen Miller. Pray for Sean Marie with her neck surgery and others who have mentioned it in this chat tonight. I just ask you to just take them, give them comfort, give them just a peace and a patience, and a patience or a peace that just passes all understanding. And we know that all things work together for good to who? To those who love God and who are called according to his purpose. And the majority of those in here love you, Lord Jesus, and they're called by you to do what you want them to do. And I thank you for them. And for those who may even listen to this in the future who haven't come to a salvation or accepting you as personal Lord and Savior and giving their lives to you and confessing their sins and asking forgiveness, I ask that you'll just put it on their hearts and minds just to dig in more and pray about it and to dig into your word and just to seek you, Jesus. And I know that you will show yourself to them, but I just thank you for everything you're doing tonight, everything that you're going to do this week and what you're going to do in the future. And we just give you all praise and glory, Jesus. And I thank you for all of this in your precious name. Amen. All righty, let's get out of here. Caterlin, great to see you. If you don't have crumble cookies, see Caterlin in the foyer. She'll have the bake sale going on. She's the cookie girl. She's awesome. So we got Pamela Swan. We got Melissa Resnick. Mr. Vax, too. Great to see you, buddy. Beaming me up. Lisa Anderson. Keto Mama. It's great to see you. Yeah, you don't want to listen to me all day right now because I still got that laryngitis go on. But thanks, guys, for showing up towards the end because I figured it's time to do a live stream instead of doing a premiere at midnight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, but it's still late night. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. A Light in the Darkness, great to see you. Renee Vester, great to see you. Hope your snow's ended down there in the Carolinas. Oh, okay. Yeah, Caterlin, you threw me. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. PST. That's when I'm doing the live stream with Pastor Gary. Man, I'm going to have to get off of here so I even have a voice for tomorrow. Yeah, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. That'll be a lot of fun. Super Day 44. Great to see you, brother, man. VT. Great to see you. The Nut House. Jackie Fox 333. Thank you again so much, you guys. Seriously. Heather Margaret. Question mark. Tabitha Veers. Pamela Swan. Maria Torres. Owen Miller. Teacup Hug. Hiker Lady. Pete. Great to see you. Brenda Ortiz. Randall Hill. Thank you again, buddy. Sheer Saved by Grace. It's so good to see you. Keep looking up for Jesus. It's great to see you, Sunshine. How are you doing? Ken Switzer. Great to see you, buddy, man. Seriously, you guys are so much fun. Thank you all for being here. Aussie for Christ. Thank you. Sean Marie, Ken Switzer. Where are we? Derek Otto. Derek Otto just texted me. Sorry, I got segued there. Barbie Little, Pamela Swan. I hope I'm not missing anyone, but Ted Rowland. Laura C., great to see you. Yeah, I'm getting better. Lisa Nelson, great to see you. Asset Ministries, everybody in here. Oh, man, you guys are all awesome. I hope we're not missing anybody. All right, let's get out of here. You guys have been a blessing to me. Thank you so much for being here. And let me know, put in comments any questions you have or what I can do for you. But if you guys want to reach out to me, look down in the description box below. And text me anytime. I'll get back to you. Like, once we're done with this, I'm probably going to text the people that I have their personal contacts information to say thanks for showing up today. And I'm going to respond to some of these messages and stuff. But you guys have just been a blessing to me. And let's do another live stream soon. I missed doing them. I just didn't think I'd be doing it when my voice is hoarse. But you know what? You take what's given to you and you roll with it. You take the lemons and you make your lemonade. So that's what we're doing. But BP and E's in the house. Nice. Kim D, Miss Kim from OKC. Great to see you. Great to see you. All right, I better get out of here before my voice goes out. All right, guys, it's going an hour and 5 minutes. Let's end it now. Thanks, guys, for being here. Ask for your prayers, and we'll see you here, there, in the air. Maranatha. Let's do in stream. Here we go. Bye.